Hello everyone, this is Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Quest for Glory 2 Trial by Fire, the VGA remake, The Thief Path. Well, as you'll note, we are here on the overlook before the city of Shapir. I spent most of the day sneaking around the desert, took one pass out to the oasis and back, fought a scorpion, fought a brigand. I have the scorpion's tail right there. Tails look as venomous as they are. And we currently have about 36 rocks, which that has been the everything. I've been up here throwing rocks, continuing to build my strength and throwing skill, but boom, strength of 200 and throwing of 200, so the only major thief skills I need to still level up are my luck, my weapon use, and my stealth. Communication coming along nicely, but I don't think the numbers matter too much in that. And honor, well, I've already shown you how you can easily pick that up. But I think we have made enough money based on what I got from the brigand and what I can get for the scorpion tail, that I think we can finally buy that carpet, and we will have most of the items that we can get from our kata friends as gifts for redecorating our room. And then once we get that, I think I'll round the rest of this video off with a little bit of nighttime fighting. And I'll go ahead and walk down the street just on the off chance that we might trigger a random passing encounter, since we're just walking right to the apothecary. Now, there are a few decorative items we can't get yet, but those are dependent upon events that occur on certain days, but we have got most of them done. So we'll go ahead and greet. And we will get our 20 dinars. So that gives us 52 dinars, and the purse, we were able to talk them down to 40, if I remember correctly. And let's see, hours rest. Looks like it is now sunset, which does bring up an interesting point about some of the items that we can pick up, because it turns out that the items that you get change based upon random events. And to take a quick look at the list I'm looking at here, one of them is that the Weaver, who made us the nice portrait of ourselves, depending upon what time of day it is when you talk to them, they may also give you something else. And Saba, the carpet maker here, will sell you a different carpet based on whether it's close to sunset, mid-afternoon, and I believe that we should carrying around a rug will be cumbersome. I shall have it delivered to the inn for you. Well, hey, we talked him down to 35, which is not bad at all. But yeah, Saba, depending upon if it's day of dawning or whatever, you'll get a green carpet or a sapphire carpet. The potted plant that we get from the plant merchant will be a different color depending upon if we get it before day 11 or later. Scory and Slory, they sold us the game box, and depending upon how many dinars you have in your purse, they'll either sell you the game box or a bumper sticker. I'm not sure if we can go back with an odd number later and get the bumper sticker, but we got 17 dinars now. Let's find out. Now it's possible you maybe can only get the one gift. But we don't lose anything but time for trying. And I better refill my water skins because it has been a long day out in the desert with me throwing and taking vigor pills. Oh, speaking of which, currently got 13, got 8 healing left, or 6 healing left. And yeah, I think we're only going to be able to have the game box, but that's fine. So with that done, go ahead and swing by the inn for a quick meal. And we'll check our room out before the meal. So yeah, boom. A shiny brass jug, a healthy looking plant, a small but elegant emerald colored rug, and I think we can take the rest of these items. Carefully hang the weaving on the wall. And we can take our game box. I think I just set up to put that in the chest, not as a room decoration. You give the box a place near the storage chest. You wonder if this will ever become a collector's item. Oh, well, I guess I'm not putting it in the chest after all. And that is, in fact, all of my collectibles, so yeah. While the box is merely a creation of cardboard, you feel like this may someday be a valuable collector's item. Actually, I still have my copy of the original Trial by Fire. I wonder if it has become a collector's item. Even if it has, I probably would do something foolish, like donate it to the National Video Game Museum in Frisco, Texas, which I have been to many times, and if you have the opportunity, I recommend it. Let's see, tonight I prepared something especially for you so you do not become too homesick. It is knockwurst and sauerkraut. And just to see how much honor I get for this, I'm going to unload all of my flowers on Shima. Oh, whoops. Have a wonderful meal. There are 2 salads. I thought I was getting sauerkraut. Unfortunately, you never really cared for sauerkraut and knockwurst, but you were too polite to tell Shima that. You must admit the honey and lemons on the knockwurst aren't too bad, but the sauerkraut curry is a bit much. Get back to your feet first, hero. Yeah, because I wonder if that has an adverse effect on... Yeah. My honor jumped 4 points just from giving out 9 sets of flowers, and my communications up to 141, stealth up to 175. So the training regiment is paying off. But enough of this. I think you all want some action. And I will be happy to oblige, because we are well rested, well equipped with healing potions and whatnot. And we have money enough. I can easily afford to buy a few more flowers. Because it just occurred to me, I don't think I ever have tried giving flowers to Ahura. And yes, even though we are running up the ridge, we will immediately switch to sneak mode, and there we go. Only a Fresno raisin could love the blazing orange sun of Shapir. I think we got that description before. Okay, we now have the night music, even though it does seem to be daytime. Anyway, if we run into a monster, I intend to show you how the rocks can be useful. Although, now that I'm looking for trouble, I probably won't find it. But just to be sure... This rock is shaped like the head of a griffin, which makes it a very useful landmark for finding your way through the middle part of a desert. Aha! And our first pterosaur. But you can actually throw rocks at monsters. They're not as effective as daggers, but you can do a bit of damage with them. In fact, with my strength, I can do a ludicrous amount of damage with them. Okay, yeah, they can charge. Now this is new to the VGA remake. And I do have my throwing daggers back, so... And one more to finish. You have defeated the mighty Pterosaurus. Unfortunately, we don't get much for bragging, except bragging rights for killing a Pterosaurus as a thief. But we do get to retrieve our daggers this time around. I've still got my 11 daggers. The Pterosaurus appears to have met its match in you. But yeah, they don't have treasure, which doesn't really make them all that useful a creature for us to fight as the sneaky, loot-driven type. So you saw how much damage just throwing one rock at it from a distance did. I think I've been here so often that I've exhausted the dervishes' wise sayings and smart aleck remarks. Oh, multiple Jackalmen. And yeah, I'm so strong now. These guys are barely any challenge. In fact, I nearly killed that first one just throwing a few rocks at it. Bested the Jackalman. $4 and 22 centimes. Grab a handful of rocks. I want to get my daggers back, thank you. $16 and 6 centimes. Carefully retrieve dagger. You gave the Jackalman something to howl about. Sorry, monster's dead broke. But yeah, one big change was that in the original EGA version, you would have hordes of Jackalmen, but they would fight you one at a time. And here, they're smart enough not to do that. So you have to dodge the hordes as you fight them one at a time and try and focus on one. And this is where I got turned around before, because I just kind of got my directions mixed up trying to leave that map. So yeah, we want to keep heading south to get back to the city overlook. But yeah, if we find a ghoul, I think I am going to try and finish that one off with the rocks, because they are really not worth fighting up close if you're a thief. Actually, yep, stealth is up to 176, but our honor dropped. And I suspect that probably has something to do with us throwing daggers in the middle of a fight. But, you know, what you gonna do? Rogue's gonna rogue. Our communication is up to 143. Which I'm wondering how it went up that much just from trying to bargain for the flowers. But you know what? I may just bargain for a ton of flowers and get a ton of flowers to give away to boost my honor. And then I'm never going to have to worry about anything I do making me dishonorable ever again. Well, for given value, dishonorable. Sneak, 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 sneak. And the night is still young. Oh, but I'm going to go ahead and save here. Because it would just be, you know, all too terrible if I suddenly encounter a scorpion who could actually catch me and sting me at this point. and then lose all the progress I've made. In fact, it'd be about as terrible as me managing to sneak through the desert and not get an entertaining fight for you all to watch. But then again, the last time I said that, we got jumped almost immediately after, so let's see if I can make it back to the Oasis this time without that happening. And it looks like I will manage that thing. Of course, I think I know before how I am happy that this time the VGA remake does allow you to keep practicing stealth and still look for fights in the desert. Because it used to be that when you were sneaking, you just avoid the fights completely. Now you can opt to attack things from stealth. But you also get the option of not having them attack you, which... Ah! 5 Jackalmen. Now this will be a challenge. Come on, who's next? Come on, somebody's got to step forward. next. And I tried doing that kick thing that Aura told me about, but it didn't quite work. Okay, now my big worry here is going to be if I run out of stamina before I can finish this one off. We have bested the Jackalmen. A whole horde of 5 of them. $8 dinars and 35 centimes. Retrieve daggers. Okay, so that's the loot of 1. Loot of 2. Loot of 3. Sorry, the monsters are dead broke. Okay, loot of 3. Oh, I get my daggers back. And not all of them. Pick up the loose daggers. Okay, that did get me back all my daggers. It's starting to get hard to count them. And well, that seems like a small amount of money to have gotten off of all of them, but still an impressive feat for a thief. And after that, our weapon use is now at 150. Our luck is at 163. Well, I think that was a good bit of adventuring for the night. I'm going to keep on sneaking and grinding and hopefully get all of that done after night, but I won't expect you to watch that, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording here. And next time, we will start on day 7 and see what we may find. See you then.